Hello everyone, it is KJ, aka Kinjiru Jinkoto. Today's lesson is going to be a phenomenal one, coming off of one of my most favorite albums. A friend of mine introduced me to this electric blues legend when I was 13 years old. And this was the song he played for me, Bridge of Sighs. Yes, right, folks, you guessed it. Robin Trower, Bridge of Sighs. If you don't have it, pick it up. It's phenomenal. It's a masterpiece. So today's lesson is how to play Bridge of Sighs by Robin Trower the right way, part 1. So let's begin this lesson with understanding what Robin Trower's inspiration was exactly in writing the song Bridge of Sighs. Well, thanks to Lord Byron, the Bridge of Sighs became known. For it was he that disseminated and educated people through his writing that prisoners who were condemned to be executed during the execution, or I should say the Inquisition of the Catholic Church. So these prisoners who were condemned to be executed had to cross over the Bridge of Sighs, which its proper name is the Ponte Dei Sospiri Bridge, otherwise known as the Bridge of Sighs. And as they crossed over the bridge, they had a sigh during the Inquisition. But, ironically, the Inquisition, however, was over by the time the bridge had been built. So there is some myth involved with Lord Byron's writings and what he disseminated regarding it. Nevertheless, the title song for Robin Trower's 1974 masterpiece, Bridge of Sighs, was inspired by the stories of Lord Byron, or I should say the story of Lord Byron regarding the Bridge of Sighs. The haunting, powerful intro epitomizes call and response that exemplifies the blues. And this allows for Trower's phrases to be filled with licks from the E minor pentatonic scale. In between the chords, pay very close attention how the responses end or resolve, and how similar the responses create musical tension as a way to give the intro perfect resolution before each verse, respectively. And how Trower repeats the same licks for melodic perfection. All right, everyone. Let us begin by first becoming aware of the tuning that we are in, which is E flat. I will give you my E and my A string, and here we go. All right, so one last bit of information for you guys. I'm sure some of you may want to be aware of what I'm using. Unfortunately, I do not have a Univibe. I'm still searching for one that really nails Robin Trower's tone. And so I think it's going to take me a while to find the right one. But I think I'm kind of close to his tone. And at least for me, from what I hear, you guys can leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. And before we begin on this incredible lesson and adventure into the world of Robin Trower and what he does, how he plays, all right, I want to make mention of the fact that I am using the Boss Katana, the MK2. My gain is all the way up. I believe I am on the lead channel. And my reverb is at 12 o'clock. My delay is at roughly 10 o'clock. Very close to 10 o'clock. And my volume is probably at about, I don't know, I would say like 45% up. Like almost 12 o'clock. All right. Now, a couple things I want to do before heading into, playing it in sequence and all that sort of thing. And what I also mean by playing it right, part one for this lesson of learning Robin Trower's Bridge of Sighs. I have watched quite a few videos regarding lessons on Bridge of Sighs. And, I think all these guitar players are good that are online that are doing this. However, it's not correct, like the sequence and some of the licks. Some people are doing them correct, some are not. Some are not really close to his tone, and so forth. So, first and foremost, regarding that, we are going to focus right now only on that intro of the call and response. So there's going to probably be 2 to 3 parts to this lesson, all right? I think it'll be much more conducive for everyone to learn this rather than having one long video, And I'm trying to move away from that. So, here's what we're going to do. The first thing I want to bring you guys to the awareness of is the actual phrases, as in the licks, okay, in order that he's using, all right, which would basically be the lead parts, okay, the phrasing in between the chords. So the first one that he does is going to be, you slide on the D string from the 4th fret up to the 9th fret, and then you grab the G string on the 7th fret, and then the high B on the 8th fret, and then the G string on the 9th fret. Let me demonstrate. And give it some vibrato. Okay? The next phrase that he uses, all right, is going to be this. We're going to slide from the 2nd fret on the G string up to the 7th fret on the G. Then we're going to go to the B string on the 5th fret. Then we're going to go back to the G string on the 7th fret. And then back to the B string on the 5th fret. And then we're going to go to the 6th fret on the G, and then we're going to resolve on the D string on the 5th fret. Let me demonstrate what I mean. First we have slide from the 4th fret on the D up to the 9th fret, G string on the 7th, B string on the 8th, G string on the 9th. Give it some vibrato. Okay? Next lick. Hammer on, pull off, grab the G on the 2nd string, bend it up. So hammer on, pull off on the B on the 3rd fret, and then grab the G on the 2nd fret, bend it up. So okay. Last phrase is going to be slide from the 2nd fret of the D up to the 12th fret on the D, G string on the 9th fret, G string on the 12th fret, back to the G string on the 9th fret, and give it some vibrato and slide out. What I mean by that is this. So once again, in order. Now, the song begins with a hammer-on pull-off on the D string on the 2nd fret. You don't really have to pick that note. The way I recommend doing this is to use your middle finger, cup your pick in your hand or whatever you need to do or how you do it. Kind of the Eddie Van Halen trick, I would suppose, right? And then, as you hammer on and pull off on that D string on the 2nd fret, you're going to want to use your thumb on the A string and your index finger on the G string to just hold those strings still. Just put your fingers on them, your thumb and your finger, I should say, just to prevent any extraneous string noise, all right? So what I mean by that is... Next, what we're going to do is pick the open E string. Then we're going to go from the 1st fret to the 2nd fret on the A string after hitting that open E. So we're going to go. Then we're going to do a double stop on the 3rd fret of the high B and the E string with our ring finger, like so. Then we're going to go back and hit the open E string and do that double stop once again on the 3rd fret on the high E and the B string. Following that, we are going to use our index finger using another double stop on the 2nd fret of the G and the B. And I slightly bend it up and bring it back down to its natural position. Like so. Very slight. Like that. Following that, we have this E. So we're going to hit the open E string, and we're going to have our middle finger and our ring finger on the 2nd fret on the A and the D. On the A and the D string. So, and we're going to arpeggiate those. So it's. Now we're going to just hit the open E string. So like this. So those are the chord progressions in between the call and response of the phrases that Robin Trower uses, right? So once again... And at that point, you would do your first phrase, sliding from the 4th fret up to the 9th, as I had already covered. If you need to, just rewind, because I'm not going to explain those phrases this time around. I'm just going to do them. So. It changes after that second phrase. How it's going to change now is we're going to still hit the open E and go to the A on the 1st fret and the 2nd fret on the A and do the double stop on the high E and the B string. But this time we are not going to do a double stop on the 2nd fret of the G and the B. This time we're just going to bend the G string up. All right, and then we have a different phrase right here, which is, so that's just a hammer on and pull off on the B string on the 3rd fret, and then bend up the G string on the 2nd fret. So here's what I mean by that. So one more time up to that point, all right? After we do this lick, and we go back to the chord, or the hook riff as I would refer to it as. So that goes back to the original 2 times, how we did it. Now, what happens is when we go to the E chord, because if you took notice of the fact that the first 2, he is only hitting the high E string after arpeggiating the E chord, like so. But after this lick, and once he goes back to the hook riff, he's going to hit the B and the high E open. So you can use your index finger just to slightly touch that G string so you don't get any noise out of it, and then just hit the B and the E open, like so. And here we are with our last phrase, or call and response lick, which is this. All right? So here we go, guys. And then we're on our final one. Got a little lost. Let me begin again, because we're at the final chord progression or hook riff and the last of the phrases. Okay, so here we go. Let's get it right this time, because we are on the last of it right now. All right, here we go. Start one more time. I keep getting lost. right, everyone. That will conclude How to Play Bridge of Sighs by Robin Trower the Right Way, Part 1. And I will be back soon with Part 2. And please, if you like this video, you like this content, you like my tone and my playing, indicate so by leaving me a comment. Please like this video, share it, and don't forget to subscribe, because all of those things will help me to be found on YouTube with regard to how the algorithms operate. So please, guys, I would greatly appreciate helping me out. A little goes a long way. Thank you very much. And lastly, and most importantly, Robin Trower, Bridge of Sighs, amazing album, total and utter masterpiece. If you do not have this, you need to pick it up. It is a phenomenal album. Every track on this is just killer. So I will see you in How to Play Robin Trower's Bridge of Sighs the Right Way, Part 2, tomorrow. So again, please like this video, post me a comment, share the video, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate all of you who have been sticking with me and watching my videos. I greatly appreciate it. Have a great one. Take care, and I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good one.